Go check in with Storm Track 3 Chief Meteorologist Nick Hausen.
A very wet morning for many in southern Illinois, especially if you're doing any driving this morning down Route 13. May want to allow yourself just a little extra time. You get caught in these downpours, reduces visibility and can make you really have to slow down. So use a little caution out there. There is some extremely heavy rain embedded in some of these. We continue to watch them track to the east and the northeast right now from Ferber southward. This is far eastern Williamson County, Corinth area, say over towards Pittsburgh and even into Saline County. That's Galatia and the Harco area. These continue to work their way eastward. So Harrisburg seeing some light rain right now. Right now the rain has briefly tapered off in El Dorado and Broughton, but another round on the way just to your west, which start to arrive probably over the next 5 to 10 minutes. A few more showers and even maybe occasionally some lightning and thunder embedded in this. One of these right along the Williamson and now moving into the Johnson County line area. So that's going to be traveling southward on I-57. Closer to the I-24 split there, you will see a pretty heavy downpour probably over the next few minutes. That's going to cross over to Lake of Egypt and the Creel Springs and the Goreville area, and then farther to the west, another shower moving into the Gorham area and then northward over towards Jacob. That will continue to track eastward and move into the Murfreesboro area here very shortly. So a lot of wet weather out there this morning. Again, the main threat is going to be these pockets of very heavy rain. We've seen some of those here at the station. This is a live view outside of our studio and looking back towards the east and south, or excuse me, the west and southwest, and you can see some wet roads out there. Traffic still moving along fine along Route 13. Eventually, we are going to see this cold front work its way southward, and it's going to clear the rain out of here and also usher in some cooler, less humid air. But we've got to get through at least this morning. Right now, we're back in the low to mid 60s in southern Illinois, still around 70 in Sikeston. That stalled boundary, if you joined us yesterday morning, we were still talking about this stalled boundary pretty much sitting right on top of us, and it has not moved very much over the last 24 hours. But as area of low pressure pushes through, it's going to drag that cold front through by this afternoon, and we start to see the rain chances go down, and eventually some cooler, less humid air starts to work its way in. Wednesday and Thursday looking like beautiful days here in our region. By the end of the week, another cold front does bring another chance for a little wet weather, but there's the area of low pressure this morning. There's stalled boundary. Eventually, once we get on the backside of the low, that's when the rain will start to wrap up and get on out of here, and most of it will clear out by the lunchtime hour. Most of us start to see some dry time, maybe still an isolated shower or even an isolated thunderstorm, primarily into western Kentucky at that point. Temperatures today about 70 degrees. We'll do it for a high on average. Notice by 4 o'clock, maybe still an isolated shower, and then this evening everything starts to dry out. Winds are back out of the north by this afternoon, and then as we start to see the cooler, less humid air filter in, tomorrow morning much cooler with morning temperatures in the 50s. Now we'll see a lot of sunshine on Wednesday afternoon, but that's going to help push temperatures about 80 degrees, so a little warmer than today. But again, the less humid air is going to make for a very, very pleasant day. There's that Gulf of Mexico moisture getting suppressed to the south. Here comes the drier air, and that should make for some great days to get outside Wednesday and Thursday. We're talking upper 70s to just about 80 degrees. 80 on Friday. Now we start to see the humidity creep back up towards the end of this week. Another cold front though moves through, so that does cool us down a few more degrees as we make our way into the weekend. No big cool downs out there, but as we get now into the second half of May, but still some more showers and storms likely towards the end of this week with that next cold front. Notice morning temperatures starting tomorrow morning in the 50s. And we're going to continue that trend through the weekend. Saturday, a little on the cool side. We'll be back in the low 70s. That's below average for this time of year. We'll bounce back in the upper 70s on Sunday and then back into the 80s by next week.
Tell you what, Nick, summer's almost here.
It's getting closer.
It is getting closer. All right. Well,